status. Exactly. So there's a ranking system.
Well, not necessarily. In South Africa, a women ranking system, there's not enough female. I mean, worldwide, there's not enough female to really get a ranking system within, you know, hard enduro and rally. It's still very much a development sport for women. Mm-hmm. And riders like myself have always been competing against men. You know, if I start on the start line next to another girl, it's like, this is awkward.
Yeah, you know? Yeah, like, hello, give you a hug, yeah, welcome.
It's normally always just, and I see myself as a fellow competitor amongst the guys, and that's how I've always gauged myself. I've never gauged myself against females because I've always only ever been the female, and I think that's also been the difference with me and other riders, is that I've always compared myself to a guy, not in the same physicality, but in terms of performance. You know, I'd always try, and if I wouldn't get, like, I'd get upset if I was beaten by guys, you know, so I wanted to be ranked against them because that's how I was brought up, because I was always racing against guys. So leaving school, when my parents gave me the gap year, they said, you've got the motorbike, you've got the kit, we've bought you a car, so now you need to put the fuel in your car, and you need to put the fuel into your bike.
Welcome
and you need
to the real world.
That's it. You need to get to the races, and you know, if you want to carry on with this, you're going to have to get sponsors. So that year I worked really hard on my fitness, my riding, rode as much as I could afford. I would have ridden every day if I could, but I couldn't. I mean, I was now paying for it myself, and as well, the bikes are working costs, you know, so tires and oils,
maintenance,
and yeah, there's always something that needs to be fixed or replaced. So I was then working 3 jobs just to try and pay for my racing and my race fees.
What were you doing?
So, you know, you're a 19-year-old, first year out of school. I was au pairing kids, you know, youngsters out of school. So pick them up from school, take them home, do homework with them. My mornings were free, that's where I'd get my training in. And then after that, in evenings, on some nights of the week, I was a promotion girl for Peroni beer, trying to give away free beer in Parkhurst. Wasn't so easy.
That's a tough job.
And me with a dress and heels on, that's also a very tough job. So, and then I was also coaching hockey. So I don't play netball, you mentioned that earlier at all. I was big into my hockey in school. I also played Wits hockey when I left school, because I loved hockey, very passionate about hockey. So yeah, I was coaching at primary schools hockey on the other afternoons it's all sports related, and just trying to earn a bit of money to try and pay for my racing. And that year I worked really, really hard, entered the club races, and I got noticed, which is what I wanted to do. I picked up my first sponsor in 2011 with Bidvest Yamaha. They were, you know, you've got 2 or 3 big satellite factory teams within South Africa, obviously the biggest one being the Brother Leader Trade KTM team with KTM South Africa. And then you had Yamaha South Africa, which had the proudly Bidvest Yamaha team back then. And I mean, for me to get sponsored, get given a bike, full kit, and all my races paid for, was like, wow, you know, I've hit the jackpot.
If you enjoyed this content and you would like to see more, please visit our Mid-Mac Masterclass channel on YouTube. That's where the magic happens. Bye-bye.